So it says green. It says green, but it doesn't mean it's green.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, let's try it.
So our router went down again. I tell you, I've been having nothing but problems with my router. Who's that? Is
my phone.
Huh?
It's my phone.
Oh, it's ringing? Oh,
No.
She took it with her?
Yeah, I let her have it for a little while because, like I said, I didn't want to go too crazy on this. So
okay, it says we're live, but
let's try it.
Well, it says we're live.
Okay, guys, let's try that. Okay, now we're green. Okay, good.
I mean, it says we are, but only I don't see us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, like.
Yeah, I know. Well, like I was saying to tell you, folks, is that I'm really honored and a lot of touching here, a lot of touch and go this year.
Yeah.
And I'm just, anyhow, we lost picture, but I'm going to let you guys know that I really do thank each of you for being out here tonight and enjoy your Christmas too, folks.
I don't know why I don't have video right now. I don't know if I should, like, it says the internet can totally see me. Really?
Let's try it.
I can see me barely.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here. You can see. Can you see us?
Yeah, I can see you.
Well, we can't see us, but so I guess I'll just keep going like we're going.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and there you are.
So I guess.
By the way, guys, the lady behind Alan is my beautiful wife of a couple years, 3 years. So that's my beautiful wife.
And you can tell she's a 49er fan.
Yeah,
right?
Football fan 101. So that's my beautiful wife.
Yeah, I guess that's, and it looks like we're gonna lose it again. Well, you guys, I'm gonna call it quits. I just wanted to get on here and introduce Odie, and then I wanted to let everybody know at 8:15 I'll be on the shrmedia.com. We'll be talking a little bit UFOs. Did everybody see the UFO video that they put out? That the pilot was a pilot here in Lemoore. And
I haven't seen it yet.
they got called out to the ocean and chased a UFO that the pilot said looked like a Tic Tac.
Really? Oh, by the way, let me share something else with your audience real quick here when you're bringing that up.
Go ahead.
When I was a kid, you guys, I did see a UFO here in Fresno at one time.
Right. Go ahead and tell them about that. That's an interesting story.
Okay.
Describe what you saw.
Okay, I thought you might like that because you
Well,
bring
I
that
remember, but only it's better if you tell it.
Okay. When I was younger, I was riding in the back of a Ford 50 blue pickup truck as a child. And I was over off of Fresno and, Fresno Street, over off of Fresno and Ashland area. I just remember the area. It's been a while. I used to work in that area. That's how come I know the area really well. Years later, I ended up working in that area. So anyhow, one day, me and my brother were in the back of a pickup truck. He was sleeping, Jeff was sleeping, and I was awake. And this,
keep going.
This light, I know. This light ended up coming out. This light came out of the sky, and it blacked out the whole area. It blacked out the whole the apartments or whatever in the area. It was just black.
Was it a black ship?
No, it was just one big, huge light.
A big, giant light. What color?
Just real bright white light.
Oh.
And anyhow, like I said, this bright light, because before it came down, descended down, in other words.
So when you say it was black, does that mean it turned all the lights off?
Yeah, caused a blackout.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it caused a blackout for the whole area.
Oh, okay.
And because there was a gas station on the corner that had lights on before this thing hit. And the lights were off, and everybody's like freaking out. Because this is on an intersection.
Like what time of the day?
This is a late night.
Okay.
I don't remember the time, but probably maybe about 8 or 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, so what did it do?
It just blacked out the area and went back up and left.
And so did you see it come down out of the sky?
Yeah, I mean, it just came out of nowhere.
Really?
Yeah.
And could you see like a structure of it, or?
No, it just straight across light.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah, I thought you might want to share that story with your listeners.
Is that the only one you ever saw?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Did you ever see anything in the mountains?
No, none of that. No,
Really?
Yeah. And I'm going to be honest with you, I have not seen Bigfoot either, but I'm not discounting whatever you're doing there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that's something I'm going to be honest with you guys. I understand that we have a lot of weird stuff happening in the valley here.
Yeah, we do. We really do. I'm going to keep an eye on this because...
That's all right. I want him to keep an eye on it. But I'm just trying to let you guys know that I'm very proud of all of you in a lot of ways here. And I just want to say, keep up the good work out here too, and I'll keep an eye out and let you guys know. And by the way, I was going to let you guys know too. I used to work for Caro's too, and I worked for Fuzz Unified for a while as a food service sub. And that's another thing I do a lot of things like Alan's doing. I mean, he's done a lot of activities, like he said he was a painter to everything else. I've done a lot of odds and ends jobs like you did.
Yeah, well, like I was a hustler for, like, when we lived in the hills.
Yeah, I remember that.
Painting and doing all kinds of stuff. Only I made more money working for myself. Actually, was working for myself.
Yeah, I remember that. And the thing is, too, folks, due to him being a food manager up at the casino, I ended up being a busboy and Caro's in Clovis here.
Right.
And then one day you sat me down and told me, hey, dude, you want to do this? And I said, yeah. And he goes, good, do it good. And then he kept watching me to give me little pointers.
Right.
And I took your example, even when I was doing John's show on Tuesdays.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, that was you taking what you learned and applying it to your life and then being successful.
Right, but I'm just saying is that you showed me those steps.
Right, yeah.
You told me what to do, and I did them.
Yeah, but only... And then when you apply it, then it works.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to tell some of the young kids out here now. Some of today's kids just want to sit around and play games and all that. I'm not that way.
Right.
And my wife used to work for Food Co., and she was a basket lady. And the thing is with my wife, she has a pellet issue with her voice and all that. And sometimes people don't pick her up.
Right.
That's why I take care of her pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you understand her better than anybody.
I know. It takes a little while to pick up on her, and I know you've finally picked up on her, and so does Vicky.
Yeah, well, she's a sweetie.
I know, and that's why I'm going to say, I'm going to let you guys know that's why Pastor Mike picked me up for staff, because he likes Winter a lot of ways, and us too as a family.
Yeah, well, back to that UFO, okay, like, this is the first time the government ever admitted, okay, this is what makes this such a big deal.
All right, go ahead.
The government admits that they were chasing UFOs over the ocean.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
And what I get out of it is the UFOs were it was from our valley. It was a Lemoore pilot, okay, that broke off from training missions. Him and another guy, a commander or something like that, or lieutenant commander, and they took off and went and chased this thing, and supposedly it dropped from like 80,000 feet to 20,000 feet and then was hovering over the ocean, and then they thought they saw a splash, okay, like disturbance in the water, and it got in the water and then was moving all around under the water, like doing things that they never seen anything do. You know,
Yeah,
the fact that when it came out of the water and they were descending and it was ascending, so they were going to meet, right? And then all of a sudden it did what you said. It freaking just flat took off, right, and got out of there, right?
Yeah, I think so too, because I'm going to let you guys know that I believe in the UFO thing. Alan knows this. I'm a big Star Trek fan. I believe in Gene Roddenberry's concept of us all get along.
Right, yeah.
And that's why I'm a Rocky fan too, because some of the stuff that we all have to come together as one.
Right.
And eventually here we all have to work together.
How many shows were there on that the Star Trek did on TV?
79 of the original series. And then the Next Generation did 178.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and that goes with Voyager.
What about Deep 69?
DS9 did about the same, 178.
Wow.
And then they've got this new one coming out just called Discovery. I haven't watched it yet because CBS has got it blocked in certain spots. You have to pay for it.
Cool.
And I'm not too happy about that because I kind of miss it.
And then how many movies did they make?
With the original cast, they did 6. And then they did a crossover in Star Trek Generations with the Next Generation cast, which did 4.
Right, and Gene Roddenberry directed all those?
Let me give you the heads up on these. Okay, he's putting me on the spot here. That's fine. Roddenberry executive produced the motion picture.
So the first one.
Yeah, he executive produced.
Okay.
It was Robert Wise who did The Earth Did Still for the Star Trek The Motion Picture. And then Nick Myers, who was an unknown, did Star Trek 2. And then 3 was done by our friend Leonard Nimoy, and 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow,
And
that's a shocker.
yeah, and then after that, and then after 4, Leonard Nimoy decided, hey, I'm going to step down and let Shatner try it.
Really? So Shatner did number what?
5.
Number 5? Was he in it also?
Yes.
Who did he play in it?
Of course, his but himself, Bill Shatner, Captain Kirk.
Okay, so he was like an old guy. Captain Kirk.
Yeah, no, I mean, Shatner did it because he was kept telling the studio, I could do this. And
Did he?
Yeah, he did, but the story kind of was not really one of the better ones. And then Star Trek 6, Nick Myers came back to do 6. Leonard Nimoy originally was going to direct it. And then he turned it down because the fact is Harv Bennett was asked to leave.
And who's that?
He was the guy who produced, forget my language here, you guys, he did the $6 million Man Bionic Woman series.
Really?
Yeah.
I used to like that one. They had Bigfoot.
Yeah,
$6 million
that's one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
And by the way,
some of the books of those.
Yeah, I know you do. And like I was saying, is that the thing is that they used originally they used Andre the Giant for one of those episodes, and then they used David Cassidy.
David Cassidy.
I mean, yeah.
You're talking about Lurch. Right?
Yeah. Forgive me here, Addams Family fans. I don't follow Addams Family. I'm sorry. A little bit before my time.
Yeah.
But anyhow, like I said, is that after 6 came out, they said, hey, you guys are done because of your ages. And then Shatner came back with Patrick Stewart to do Star Trek Generations. And that got a couple people mad, literally mad.
Who thought up that Generations thing?
That was Gene Roddenberry and some other folks.
Really, he really did? Like that was like his offshoot of Star Trek?
But I tell you what it was, is that he was having problems with the original cast back in the 60s because Shatner still was having problems with the series then.
Really?
Yeah, they were having disputes for years because Shatner kept telling everybody, hey, I want to be the star.
I'm the star.
Pay me all this money, guys. I need the money.
It was Jeffrey Shatner. No.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah.
I know. I'm just teasing. But anyhow, like I was saying, is that, the Next Generation is loosely based on Gene Roddenberry's, like Wesley Crusher. The young kid on that is like Gene Roddenberry. That's why he used the name Gene Wesley.
Oh, I see.
Wesley Crusher became Gene Roddenberry's little vision. And I'm going to go back into the Next Generation mytho. And there's only a couple of Next Generation episodes I really like, and I'll tell you what they are real quick. One of them is called the Unification episode because it brings Spock and them together, which is really good.
Right, I thought that was good too.
And then there's one called the Counter at Farpoint because that one has DeForest Kelly in it, who played Bones.
Right.
He's only got a little snippet piece. And I'm going to share something. I have another story to share about DeForest Kelley in a little bit here, too. And like I was saying, is that Shatner was told, he got a little jealous of Larry doing the Next Generation episode. That's why him and Shatner, Patrick Stewart and William Shatner, worked together in Generations. A little jealousy going on between the two.
Well, I'm not sure if chat is working or not.
Well, we could still talk, yeah.
It looks like to me like the YouTube is frozen for us.
Yeah, it's okay. I could still work on it. But like I was trying to say here, folks, is that after anyhow, Leonard Nimoy was the first of the two, and then Nick Myers, I told you, came back for 6. And then Gene Roddenberry was looking at other directors for Star Trek First Contact. And he thought, And Rick Berman thought, because after Gene Roddenberry died, they thought, maybe we can have Rick Berman do it, because Gene Roddenberry got older. As Roddenberry passed away, Rick Berman took over productions for it. And then Rick Berman says, I got somebody in mind for directing for the Next Generation features. Jonathan Freitas got the job. Because that's why he was so familiar with his castmates.
Because he already was working with them for a long time behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't like Star Trek Nemesis at all.
What's that?
It's kind of it's the 10th installment of the Next Generation feature films.
Oh.
Because I tell you why here, there's a rape scene in that movie and it disturbs me a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Because it's too dark and too gothic.
Yeah, like what did you think of the new? You said you went out and seen the Star Wars movie, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit too heavy and dark for me in certain spots.
Not enough humor or something.
Yeah, the humor wasn't there really. They made it because this director kind of pushed the envelope a little bit in certain areas. I really don't want to spoil too much of it.
Right, yeah, no spoilers. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to tell people, don't go. If you really want to see Star Wars, go back and see the ones with Han and Leia and them. And if you're really into it.
Yeah, well, now that you all that said, I'm going to bring something up that we used to have a lot of fun when you were in doing the chemo, okay, and you would come in, you were home a lot because of the chemo, and we would watch Alex Trebek.
Oh, yeah, I would be a genius at Jeopardy, but I'm not now.
No, but back then, nobody could beat you.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it was everybody in the whole house was trying to beat you at Jeopardy, and you nailed all of them. I mean, there wasn't a question you didn't answer, and nobody in the house. I think you're the reigning champion at Jeopardy.
Yeah, I am, because the fact is that I am very much versatile in the pop culture stuff.
Right, yeah.
And the other thing, too, you guys, like I said about the Rockies, they are coming out with Creed 2 here down the road.
Yeah, but he's an old dude.
I know, but it ain't going to be Sylvester boxing.
Oh.
And it won't be Dolph either. Sylvester said he doesn't want Dolph and him in the ring.
Why, you think they might really fight?
No, but I'll tell you what happened here during Rocky IV. Sly hit him in the heart.
What?
Yeah, remember the punching scenes where they're going at it in there? They had to yell cut because Sly got hurt in one of the boxing scenes.
No, Sly got hurt?
Yeah.
Because Dolph Lundgren hit him in the heart?
Yep.
What does he have, heart problems?
No, what happened is that he had one of his vascular part of his heart sac, part of his heart sac got bruised up.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Dude, I didn't know that.
Yeah, surprise.
That was interesting.
So that's what I'm saying here. That's because they were trying to. If you have any WWE fans in here, pray that they don't get a hold of. I can't think of his name. The other guy, that big guy that's out there now.
Mr. T.
No, the other one. It's no. I'm thinking of it here. He used to be Brock Lesnar, who I'm thinking of.
Oh, Brock Lesnar. Yeah.
Brock Lesnar. They're trying to get Brock Lesnar to step in.
Yeah, I mean, he could do it as long as he acts.
Right, exactly.
It doesn't get wild,
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what they're afraid of, because he was a EC. They were afraid of his days with the EC.
He gets wild and he hurts people.
Yeah, and that's what they're
reals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's what everybody's worried about, because Sylvester is saying, I don't want him in here if he's going to really act. Because Sylvester's got ties with Vince McMahon and all them because of Hulk Hogan and all them.
Right, yeah.
They're really buddies because of Rocky 3.
Right.
Now you know most of my story here, folks.
Well, I wanted to bring that out, especially the Star Trek thing. Like, there probably isn't a question that I could ask you that you don't know the answer to.
Well, the fact is, too, is that they're pushing to do another Star Trek movie, and I hope they don't make it R-rated.
Well, I was kind of hoping they were.
Well, the fact is that they're going to have Quintino, the guy who's did the Death by Dawn series and all that, Kill Bob series. I'm hoping he doesn't come in here and destroy the Star Trek reputation, because a lot of people are used to seeing PG and PG-13 movies.
Right, yeah, like the whale one.
Yeah, my favorite one, of course. By the way, I have an interesting fact for you. Originally they were going to make the whale one PG-13.
How was that going to happen? They were going to rape a whale?
No, it's because of the language content.
Language.
Remember how Spock was cussing up a storm and Kirk was...
No. Spock cussed.
Yes. But I mean...
I must have missed that part of the movie. Because
you have to go back and look at it again.
Oh, I will. It's my favorite movie, too. Right?
I know. I'm just saying a lot... anyhow, there's a couple... I've been following on YouTube a little bit of just snippets of stuff. And by the way, I'm really glad they didn't have Eddie Murphy in Star Trek 4.
Me too.
You know why? Because what happened here is that the guys were looking at him to do Star Trek 4, and he said, he's too dirty for us.
Okay, let me ask you this. When was the first episode ran?
I believe it was on September 8th, 1964.
Before we all had color televisions, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you could watch it on color or black and white.
Yeah, but if you had a color television.
Yeah, exactly.
And we didn't, right?
Right. I know. I heard the story from Laurel, his mom here, guys. They said that they raced over and watched it at a friend's house.
Right, yeah. The only person in the neighborhood with a color TV.
Yeah.
We all ran over there and watched Star Trek and Batman.
True. And by the way, last year, Star Trek turned 50 last year.
50?
Yeah.
Okay, so Star Trek turned 50 and Star Wars turned 40.
Yes.
Right? So that I was tripping out on that. I was at the pharmacy and I was looking at the magazines and it said Star Trek turned 40. On my 40th anniversary, I'm at the pharmacy, and I'm looking at a magazine saying that they made Star Wars the same year I got married, 1977.
Yep.
Yeah, what a trip, huh?
And I remember seeing the first Star Wars with Aunt Linda at a theater when I was a kid. And that was a very good experience, folks. But, I mean, that turned me a little bit on to sci-fi. But I'm going to be honest.
I would love to get Aunt Linda in here, too, really.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, she has some interesting things.
Yeah, but beware of some of her stuff, too, folks. She could be a little...
Well, no, I mean... She knows what she's talking about.
I know that. And I know that she lived on Guam for a while and stuff like that. I realize that.
There's influences of that.
Yeah, exactly. But I just want to let you guys know that I'm very honored that I got to talk to you today, and I'm saying that off and on. And
well, I'm honored that you came in and helped me out and moved everything around.
Well, and I'm going to be honest with you, it was a pleasure because
we're going to get this room back to my room. This is actually my bedroom.
Yeah. Well, the fact is, folks, he and his wife have been helping me and my wife with our stuff, and it just makes more sense for me to pass it on to my dad.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing is that I'm trying to help his wife with some stuff, and like I said, is that I cannot repay everything that you and Vicky are doing.
I don't ever want you to.
I know.
Hopefully that's something I taught you about.
Yeah, you have.
Up, is you do things and you don't want to get paid back.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something I'm trying to show that to Winter in here, too.
Oh, yeah.
It's really hard when you I'm still learning the ropes of being married. And I told her there's about a half a dozen couples that I think on my list. And you and Vicky are probably on that list.
On your short list?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I would say these guys are probably like number 5.
Oh, number 5? That's all I rate? Jeez. Man.
No, I mean, I'm just saying as spiritual couples go.
Oh yeah. Okay. So you don't think I'm very spiritual? Huh?
Ha ha ha. No, no. I'm just you know what I'm saying is that I'm just saying is that my pastor. I'm just saying is that Mike and Sue have been really good to us at the church.
Well, I don't even hold a candle to the pastor. So.
No, I know that. I'm just saying is that Pastor Mike and them are very nice at our church. We try to get along really well, and
I totally respect him, his brothers, his dad. I know all of them.
Yeah, you do.
Not really good, but I've met all of them and talked with them. They're all really good people.
Yeah, exactly, and that's why I'm enjoying working with them a lot of ways too, because that kind of. And because I'm going to be honest with you, you didn't know this. The room that we had a reception, he would have charged me for that room.
Right, yeah.
And he let me have it for free.
Yay.
Because he knew our family history.
Yeah. Cool.
So I took it on and said, hey, and then I'm setting stuff in there.
Let me see what time it is. We really got to fly, though. It's going to rain tonight. I got to be on this shrmedia.com. I got to be back by 8:15, and I got to get these guys home. But I want to say thank you, Odie, for
you're welcome, Dad,
for coming in and chatting with us. And
you're welcome. Yeah, we'll do. And I want to let you guys know once again. I want to say thank you and keep up the good work, and I'll keep monitoring everything, and I'm gonna let you guys know that if you ever need anything, please ask him to. If you guys need prayer, let me and Winter know, and let Alan and Vicky know. And
I've been telling them to put the prayer in the chat and on the comments. So
good.
You may go back and look at the comments later, because some people put prayer requests in there.
That's good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna let you guys know I'm praying for you too, all the way around. If you guys keep your prayers coming, I'll keep them coming too. Bottom line, and he and I are in agreement on this.
Right? Yeah.
And
that's a big deal, being in agreement.
Yeah, it is. That's something that he taught me early on when I had my cancer. Mm-hmm. But anyhow, like he says, he's got to fly, and we might as well get this going. And
that's how we beat your cancer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to tell them, that a lot of things are in agreement.
Yeah.
That's something I learned from John Pape on.
Cool. John Pape, John Pape actually helped me get my worm farm going.
Yeah, and I helped him push you on it.
I mean, we had it all going really well, and then he brought his cameras out.
Yep.
And documented what we were doing on the worm farm. And I mean, you could tell him this. I don't know if he knows, but like that month that he aired us on the PBS, we made like $11,000.
Wow, and that's awesome. And the thing is that he
sold a lot of shit.
I believe it. Well, the thing is that, I went off to, I'm going to be honest with you, I brought that into City College too at one time.
Right,
I talked about it there in the greenhouse with some people.
I did the same thing, and also Fresno State, and Fresno State tried to steal my idea, only you can't.
Boo.
Yeah, but only, they didn't know what they were doing, so their worm farm didn't fly.
Well, guess what? Now maybe they'll get this maybe when we break this up, if you want to, maybe we can make a presentation tape and show them how to do it right.
I don't want to show them. I'm going to do it. We're going to do it, and we're going to do it for the people out here in our viewing audience.
That's good too.
We're going to do a, what do you call it? A YouTube worm show, and we're going to tell. I think it's important that we all, everybody talks the talk about recycling and all that kind of stuff.
True.
What about recycling food and garbage and poop?
Yeah, that's true.
Like dog poop, any poop, all kinds of poop. They love poop.
Yeah, I hear it. Well, like I was saying, is that with all this stuff going on, it looks like you're going to need a executive producer, and
I'll need a pilot.
Yeah.
You could pilot from over here to over there, right?
Well, I hear you. But I'm just going to let you guys know is that I'm really honored, like I said, is that I'm really glad to be an executive producer for this show.
Yeah, well, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
And then we got to go, man. I hate to rush out of here, but it's like, what, 6 something?
6:30.
Yeah, 6:30, and I got to drive you guys home. Okay, now. Thank you guys so much. I have some more stuff. This is the way I'm going to keep the setup. I may change that light to different. I don't like the way it's shining on my face. Like I can't look that way. And I usually address the camera because that's my friend right there. That's everyone. Okay. That's everybody, right, that I can't see on, it says video playback interrupted, even though those guys say that they're seeing us. Okay. The camera is everyone, and I try to be everyone's, like I'm sitting with them.
That's good.
And my whole goal is to, like, bring good Bigfooting stuff, but I don't just want to be all about Bigfooting. Like I wanted to bring you in. I want everybody to meet you and talk with you. You know, get a chance to meet who you are, some of my family and stuff like that. That's willing to sit down in front of a camera.
Yeah, true. Well,
like not everybody will go and sit.
Yeah,
in front of
that's
a camera,
true.
you know.
Well, like I said, is that I'm used to being in front of the camera, and you know why.
Right. Yeah, and I know you're good at behind the camera also.
Yeah.
But I want to thank everyone, and this isn't going to be forever right here either, okay? For a little while, it's going to be like this, and then I'm going to have to tear it all down. Sorry I missed Monday, and I might miss, did somebody come in behind me? Oh, Mom. I'm going to try to be on tomorrow night, only I'm going to work on this darn router thing. It can't keep
his router went out right in the middle of our broadcast, folks.
It's been doing that to me, you know, and like it hasn't went out on me since the last time. Okay, so I was online and going for it, and it went out on me the last time too.
Hey, I have an idea out here, Dad. Hey, if anybody out there's got a spare router, maybe they might have a spare router they might have sitting around. Maybe they could help you with that.
Well, I can't. I have a router, another router. Well, only like if your main router goes out, then it's going to knock out your secondary router too.
Right. Well, I'm just saying is that if somebody might have a spare couple routers, they could maybe donate or something for you to help.
That won't help. Comcast is what I'm going to be doing.
Yeah, and guess what? I'm going to let you guys know. Keep this in prayer for him that he gets a good router with somebody that'll help him with his cell phone, whatever provider he gets.
Well, we'll be working on it. This is a work in progress. So everybody, what you see right now is temporary again. I'm going to try to change the picture behind me to something else. I'm going to keep the grandpa paintings.
Good.
But I'm going to put a different grandpa painting than that one.
Yeah, well, I agree with you. But
I like it better that we have more room. I was like stuck in a little corner.
Yeah, he was kind of painted up as he was painting himself really into a very serious corner, folks.
It was a real little corner, I'll tell you. But anyways, you guys, I want to thank you so much. I will try and be on tomorrow night. Can't guarantee it. The Christmas is really messing with me. Plus, we're doing all this stuff, moving, and we're trying to get this bedroom carpeted, painted. There's a wall that needs to be fixed right here. So I have all this stuff going. So kind of bear with me. I should put an under construction sign somewhere. It's like that. But only. I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, and I want to thank everyone for making the best Christmas I ever had in a very, very, very long time. I hope that the people that wind up with the things that they get, like the flute and all that, I hope they totally enjoy it, and I wish them a very Merry Christmas. And I thank everyone from the bottom of my heart. You are in my prayers. I pray that life is abundant in every area in your life, even you.
Thank you.
Abundant.
I take that, and I'm going to let you guys...
Abundant health, abundant wealth, abundant life, abundant, everything abundant.
Right, and I'm going to be...
That means a lot.
Yeah, and I want to say thank you to you out there as well, and God bless you all, and have a great Christmas as well.
Okay, so let's get this van rolling and get these guys out of here. I will do what I can about being on tomorrow night. And then I'm not sure about when I'll be squatching the next time. But be looking for me tomorrow night. I'm sorry about the router going out. I'm sorry about the chat being bad. I don't even know what to think. Everything's green, but only no picture for me.
Yeah.
So y'all have a very, very good night, and I will see you tomorrow.